milk could have pulp?
Where would the pulp come from is the big question.
Cottage cheese?
That's called mold, Sophia.
Well...
Welcome to Rocket to Anywhere, the podcast whose hosts might have changed their names, but you will never know. I'm Sam.
I remember when you were like 5 and you didn't like to be called Sam, and because I would call you Sam and you would be like, no, it's Samuel.
Well, who are you? I don't know who you are.
I'm Kentu.
Okay, hi Kentu.
Kentu.
We can too. Move on to follow-up.
No, Kentu.
I went to Walmart the Monday after recording last week's episode, and that's directly contradicting what I said the previous week, which was that I would never go to Walmart again.
Wait, when did you go to Walmart without me?
You were there too.
Where?
We went shopping for stuff for the hotel.
Oh,
We were going on vacation.
Yeah. Well, technically, we're like dragged there. Actually, we weren't. We were the ones who wanted to go because we wanted to pick our snacks.
I was giving directions to the driver.
And I was giving directions to the people who were picking up the food, which was me.
Healthy food? No way.
Yes, that's still directions.
Our second piece of follow-up is also the last one.
It's not the last one.
Yes.
Plot twist. I have follow-up for once. Yay!
Okay, yes.
Woo!
What do you have?
Huh?
What's your follow-up?
No. You have to say your thing.
Okay, I'll say mine and then you say yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was given the honor of filling in for Lucas Mancini on last week's episode of my favorite podcast, Elwood City Limits. I was like, Elwood City Limits, where we talk about 2 episodes of Arthur, or 1 episode. Each one has 2 episodes in it. And we got to talk about that. I got to answer a few questions and stuff like that. So if you're interested in Arthur, go check it out. There'll be a link in the show notes at rta.space/39. Okay, what's your follow-up?
Oh, yeah. So, you know about the pumpkin thingies? I
Uh-huh.
forgot one.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hydro dip them. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. It just looks cool.
But what is that?
It's like you put this certain kind of paint inside this water, and then when you put something in it, do not touch it with your fingers. I hear that it's bad. Which I would have done it, but you like put the thingy in, and as soon as it touches the water, all of the paint just clumps onto what is there, and then you're just left with water.
Speaking of that, we were at Target yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw this thing. It's called a stick-on package or something. I know this is an audio podcast, but just imagine this in your brain. Okay, you have a pumpkin, and then you buy this kit, and it comes with paint, a paintbrush, and 4 things, like a Mr. Potato Head. So you basically churn your pumpkin into a Mr. Potato Head. So there was one there for Darth Vader, so you would stick Darth Vader's head on it, then you stick his arms on the side and his feet on the bottom. And you paint it black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or you can just hydro dip it.
That's for people who just don't have any time to carve it. There's stick this in the pumpkin and all.
Or that's for people who are less creative.
Well, when this episode releases, you'll have a couple of days before Halloween comes. So if you want to hear our ideas for more pumpkins, check out last week's episode, episode 38.
It? What day is it? Hold on.
Now on to Thought of the Week. So this is relating to something Sophia told me before we started recording, and that's, we really take it for granted that animals don't know how to start a fire.
Excuse me?
What?
I'm pretty sure they have started a fire.
Yeah, but it's not like a bear goes down like, okay, kids, we're going to eat some roasted fish today. Let's start a fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like they're not doing it on purpose.
Wait, are you saying we're creating fires on purpose?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Just life is really hitting you. We'll
Actually,
evaluate.
fun fact, the only fire I've ever started was the one that Corban was supposed to start, but he was in Boy Scouts and he didn't know how to start a fire. So I was like, you know what, all you gotta do is get this match, you rub it on this rock that's white, and that was a really bad idea because it made a huge flame and burned my hand, and then I just threw it into the, piece of, the pit thingy.
The way
and
you
it already had
phrased
wood,
that
but
made
nobody
it
had started the fire yet, and so I threw it in there, and then I got, this huge fire, and people were like, oh, cool.
Well, also,
let's roast some marshmallow.
Like in episode 8, we talked about the time that you started a fire when you were trying to put a non-microwavable cup in the
Oh, that
microwave.
wasn't the only fire I started then.
Yeah, just all coming back.
Okay, wait. So that was 2. I'm pretty sure I started another one.
So what's your
Oh
thought
yeah,
of the week?
remember I started a fire at our aunt's apartment. Remember? She goes, "These matches are wet and they don't work." And I said, "Yes, they work." And so then I was trying to do it on the box thing because that's what I saw in movies, but I forgot that you have to do it on the certain side. So then I did it, and then there's this huge flame, and Corban was like, "Blow it out before it burns your hand." And I was
Yeah,
like,
and she's
"Ow,
just
ow,
holding
ow,
it as
ow."
the flame is going down to her fingers.
Yeah, it hurt.
That's why I don't understand when churches give out real candles during Christmas Eve services.
Yeah, remember that church that gave us real candles?
Can we just start singing Silent Night a little faster because this hot wax is burning my hands?
Yeah, no, it was burning my hand, and I almost dropped it. And then I caught it, and then the kid behind me was like looking at me like, "You don't know how to hold a candle?
You're going to set this church on fire.
God, then it's gonna be lit."
And they're just going, Silent Night. I'm going,
Let's
Silent
do it
Night,
at
Holy
the-
Night, all is calm, all is
Yeah,
bright.
let's do it at the 8th notes, not 4.
Let's go up to 64th. We got to get this burning wax off my hand.
Mm.
Okay, what's your thought of the week?
It says, if you go north far enough, you'll eventually be going south.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go east forever, and you'll never be going west.
That's true.
I don't understand, though.
Okay, because when you hit the top of the world, you start going back down. You go up to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you're going down, you start going south.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but then you can go east because you're going, whatever the word is, horizontally. Just think about it, people.
But
Reminds me of the Casting Crowns song. As far the east is from the west.
that's what that means?
Yeah,
I was always wondering why they never said north from south. And I was like,
because that's not how it works. My favorite that's how it works thing is, I usually don't start dreaming until I sleep. That's how it works.
I dream while I'm awake.
That's called daydreaming. It's a
Well,
different...
he said dreaming. He didn't say sleep dreaming.
Daydreaming is when you start dreaming while you're accidentally staring at something or someone.
Mm.
And night dreaming.
It helps if you're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah,
Make
but
sure
then
they're
you just-
reflective.
That looks like really weird. It's even more weird.
No, it's not, because
You look
Okay.
like a stalker.
yeah, you actually do. Okay, I have always wondered this, and yeah. So you can't realize you've forgotten something until you remember it. So think how many things you've forgotten and never remembered.
I think I talked about this like 2 episodes ago.
No, you didn't.
When I said like I write stuff down and say, remember to do that thing or wash that thing.
Well, that's just because you're you. Okay. This is everybody. This includes everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now on to learn a word. This week's word is copacetic.
Oh.
Copacetic. C-O-P-A-C-E-T-I-C. It's basically another word synonym for okay or fine, excellent, going just right, swell. So if you were texting me, like if you had said, how are you doing this morning? I would respond with copacetic. So in short, copacetic is okay.
Okay.
No, that's Spanky. Now on to joke time. Get us started.
Okay, it's like a joke, but it's a riddle joke. So, ready?
Okay.
You have 10 fish. 5 drowned. 3 came back to life. How many fish do you have? Stop counting, oh smart one. Fish cannot drown. But they can come back to life.
Oh.
Mind blown. Okay, no.
Okay. What instrument can you never trust?
A liar.
Yeah, okay. You only got that because you heard me search what it was right now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. It's actually called a leer, but since you're saying not trusting, you would have to say it. You would have to pronounce it liar.
Well, that joke was from Ryan in Central Hall, Pennsylvania.
This is the classic, but it's me. It's so relatable.
Okay.
And actually, the person who posted it, it's called relatable_life.me. Actually, this has happened to me in real life.
That's why it's relatable.
I saw Corban walk out the door, and he said, "I'm gonna go take Bailey for a walk." That's my dog. And he left the door open, and I saw him jogging. Not
Jogging?
Not jogging. Sorry,
It's
not
like,
jogging.
well, that was not me.
I saw him walking,
I'm sorry, that was a dream.
clomping down the stairs, and then Bailey dragging him off.
Waddling down the street.
Yeah, and then that just inspired me so much to get up and go close that door.
Wow.
Hashtag uninspected. Uninspected? No, unexpected.
Okay. What is a reptile's favorite movie?
Wait. I don't know.
Well, the answer that Noah from Bend, Oregon gave was The Lizard of Oz, but I would maybe say A Bug's Life. You get to see the life of their prey. Next.
For since I was 6 all the way till I was 12, I couldn't breathe through my nose. Only certain times. Certain times of the year for a couple months, I could breathe through my nose. All the other time, I could not. Oh, right now I can. Cool. Okay. So,
Wow.
So, I couldn't breathe through my nose for that whole entire time. I have no idea why. And up until I was 12, I never had allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then this joke, it says, the luxury of breathing through 2 nostrils is never appreciated until you get sick and one becomes blocked for a few days. Actually, it's never appreciated until for 60 years you cannot breathe through your nostrils. Both.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I got used to breathing through my mouth, so that's why I talk fast, because I breathe before I talk. And yeah.
Speaking of that, I used to think I could sing while breathing in, but I can't.
That's how I sing.
Well, that means you don't sing.
Oh. Okay, that's how I laugh. Sorry. That's how I laugh, not how I breathe.
Why do cows have hooves instead of feet?
'Cause they gotta clink, clunk, clink, clunk.
No, because they lactose.
That is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so funny.
Well, thank Brent from De Pierre, Wisconsin.
Okay, so there's a seal, and he's laughing with his buddy, and he goes, "That was the silliest thing ever." And that was also bad. But
Okay. Which superhero is the best at doing laundry?
Laundry man.
Iron Man.
Wow.
It should have been which superhero is the best at ironing, but that kind of gives it away. Anyway, that's from Emma in San Dimas, California. Now on to an upcoming holiday. Plan Your Funeral Day is Monday, October 30th. The day was founded with the hopes of getting loved ones to sit down together and talk about what they would want at their funeral so their loved ones would know when the time comes and not to have to juggle with the grief and trying to plan a funeral and guess what they would have wanted. Okay, there's a Planet Money episode about this. That's NPR's economics podcast where they talk about this town where basically everyone plans their death at the age of 10. It was a super weird episode. But I felt like that wasn't a good holiday to celebrate. So, moving on, let's move to Sunday, November 5th. And I wasn't going to say anything about this, but then these 2 holidays happen to be on the same day this year. So, Sunday, November 5th is Orphan Sunday and Red Hair Day. That can only mean one thing.
redhead kids are orphans?
Who's the most popular redhead who is an orphan?
Oh, you're a Green Gables person.
Yes. So take the chance that day to actually spend some time somehow reading the book. Maybe read the actual book, because I have a copy of the abridged version of Anne of Green Gables that is like half an inch thick, and I was wondering, I don't think that's the whole book, so I checked out the real book. It is not that thin, let me tell you. So audiobook actually might be more helpful, but it's a good book. Check it out, or watch the TV show. From what I've seen, it's actually pretty close to the book. So yeah. Today we're brought to you by listeners like you who rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. So give us a little star rating over there. Tell us what you think about us. Yeah. Now on to Today I Learned. Today I learned that during World War II, the national speed limit was reduced to 35 miles per hour to save gasoline and tire wear. I thought that was pretty cool because like they limited everyone's speed limit to 35 miles per hour. What say you?
Okay, I don't know if this is true. I searched up fun facts for the today I learned because I didn't have one, and it says bananas are berries.
No.
Is a banana a berry?
Here's what I found on the web for is a banana a berry.
Why are bananas berries, but strawberries aren't? By its name, the strawberry isn't a true berry. Neither is a raspberry or a blackberry, but the banana, it turns out, is a berry, scientifically speaking, as are eggplants, grapes, and oranges. Children, what are oranges?
A berry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say apple. I was like, I just read it. Okay. Cool.
Okay, now we have a mini topic.
do?
This is something really small. This is why we introduced ourselves as Sam and what did you call yourself? Cantu?
Cantu.
Yeah, because those are some of our other names. We have a lot of names.
Cantu.
We have 5 names. Well, the reason why I'm bringing up our names is because, well, we are going to talk about people in the film industry who use their middle names. Because, I don't know, when you just see someone use their middle name, it seems so much cooler.
Fun fact about us, we don't have middle names.
Yeah, we don't. That's why I was bringing this up. We have hyphenated names. So yours is...
Garcia.
Well, say the with the hyphenation. Your first hyphenation.
Sofia Garcia.
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 Yes, and I'm Corban Samuel Garcia.
Mhm.
So, if you saw it like that, I think the hyphen actually makes it cooler on screen. Anyway, I was bringing this up because the reason why was I was thinking about this, right? I got Sloan Morgan Siegel, Mia Sinclair Jeunesse, and then I got down to me, Corban Samuel Garcia. And then it made me realize, after all the years I've been alive, it barely hit me that it is possible for someone to call me Sam. And that just seems so weird.
Yeah, because, like, as a kid, you never liked that.
I don't ever remember anyone ever calling me Sam.
I did. And you were like, no, it's Samuel, it's Samuel, it's Samuel. And I was like, Samuel. And you were like, stop.
Anyway, I brought this up for another reason. It's because we're going to be playing a game related this week to the film industry. And that is this log line real or am I lying?
Okay.
Actually, I was trying to make that rhyme. You know how GMM does that. I was supposed to say, is this log line real or am I lying?
Can you just not rhyme with lying or what?
Okay, no, I can't. I tried. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to read you 5 pitches for a TV show. 4 of them are actual real pitches that were not necessarily picked up. Most of them actually, none of them were picked up, okay? So I'm going to read you 5 pitches. 4 of them are real pitches. 1 of them is one I made up. You have to figure out which one is the one I made up. So, let's get started. Our first pitch. Title of the show, Ernie. Teaching children the importance of creepy collies.
Creepy call? Yeah, I got a creepy call from this guy named Ernie.
No.
Any guy named Ernie is creepy.
Teaching children the importance of the creepy crawlies in their backyards by following a disgruntled woodlouse as he looks for a new job. A woodlouse is like a tiny little bug.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, Eddie Mars. 3 teens, Steve, Kevin, and Casey, come across a wrecked spaceship while biking in Arizona's state park and meet an alien called Eddie Mars, who becomes best friends and attends their high school where he is considered a genius with his knowledge and loves Milky Way bars.
Yeah, that's true.
Hoodie Boy. After purchasing a retro hoodie at a local thrift store on his way home from school, 12-year-old Josh Walters realizes that it makes him look older than he really is. Will he use his new ability for good or bad?
Wait, how many more are there?
There's 2 more. That was the 3rd one.
Okay, I'm not sure about that.
Or 4th one. The Marmalade Nebula. During a 3-legged race at school, arch enemies Poppy and Kevin are teleported aboard a pirate spaceship. Mistaken for a rare 2-headed creature, they'll have to lie together whilst tied together.
Mm-hmm.
And our last pitch is Roach City. A story about an animated roach who goes on his everyday life where he is challenged with moral character The objective is to teach little children how to allow their character to speak louder than their fame and money, and for them to let their character become their life.
That is also true. The one that I wasn't sure about, that one's the one that you made up.
So wait, which one is the one I made up? What do you think?
It was the middle one, I think. Wait, say it again. The middle one?
The middle one.
Because there were 5, right?
Hoodie Boy.
There were 5, right?
Yes, there was Ernie, Eddie Mars, Hoodie Boy, the Marmalade Nebula, and Roach City. 4 of them are fake. 1 of them is real.
Okay. I want to say it's Hoodie Boy because none of them else sound like that. But you wouldn't come up with Hoodie Boy. But you would because I like hoodies.
So what do you think it is? Which one's fake?
Hoodie Boy.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was too good.
No, it was too bad.
Oh. Well, I came up with an actual good one, but I was like, no, I don't want to share that.
Okay, first of all, people think you look older than you are. Second of all, I like hoodies. Third, you would come up with only one main character. So, yeah.
I was thinking about that God Rocks TV show where Chip gets the jacket. Oh. Anyway, you got it right. You won. I think it was pretty fun because there were
Wait, you don't have like a second round?
No, I should have.
Wow.
There's literally like 2,000.
Just make something up right now.
There's 2,000 terrible ones on that website. We'll play again next week. Maybe we'll do a round every week. But this is like, maybe we should bring this back as reoccurring because this is really, really fun to look through all of these. They're really terrible. There was one that I wanted to say, but I had already told Sophia about it because it was just so terrible.
Wait,
it was called I Can Do Anything, and it says, 3-year-old something realizes he can do anything.
That was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was too terrible. Anyway, that's all. That's going to be it for this week. Thanks for listening. Now on to our recommendations of the week. Do you have anything you want to recommend?
I recommend that if you like memes, and if you want to see good memes, go to Clean Bread Memes on Instagram. Oh, peanut butter memes is also good, but Clean Bread Memes. So it's clean_bread_memes. They're great.
Okay. My recommendation this week is a podcast called The Unmade Podcast, where host Brady Heron and Tim, I don't know what his last name is, but it's Tim. They host a show where they just talk about podcast ideas that they have and stuff podcasts they wish they could start. Sort of like TV show pitches, but instead of TV shows, it's podcast pitches. So they come up with all sorts of different ideas for different podcasts. They don't necessarily do them, but they come up with ideas for them. Well, if this is your first time listening to our podcast, thank you for listening, and please find the best way for you to subscribe at rta.space/listen. That's rta.space/listen. If you have some time, please head over to Apple Podcast and leave us a rating and review. And if you have any suggestions for us, you can email us rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com or tweet us at RTAShow on Twitter. Show notes for this week's episode are available at rta.space/39 if there's anything that we talked about that you want to see more of. And you can follow me on Twitter at Corban Garcia.
And follow me on Instagram at extra_Sofia, Sofia.
Okay.
I shall follow you back.
Oh, really? Don't be creepy.
But you must tell me that you actually listen to the show. Because I'm not just going to be like, oh, this person followed me. Well, I'm just going to assume that they're from the podcast, so follow.
I doubt anyone who listens to the show actually has Instagram. Well, we'll be back week after next. We're going to head off to the state fair in a couple hours. But until then, this rocket has landed.
Wait, what?
This rocket just landed? What?
What? I forgot our own outro.